Alright everybody, good day. Here we are again with another sizzling smoke episode. This week's Sunday nighter, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. We kind of did Tampa Bay with the Cuban sandwich a few months back, weeks back. This week we're going strictly New Orleans. Kevin's got his crazy shrimp dish. It was really good. For me, we're going to do chicken gumbo. It's a staple of Louisiana. It's your stick to your ribs there type of stew. It's fantastic. You're going to put it over rice. The difference between a jambalaya and a gumbo is the jambalaya is a rice dish. It's everything plus rice put all into one. The gumbo is a stew. So we're going to make it, you make it with a roux, and you got to cook that roux down so it gets to a nice, almost like dark chocolate look. So you got to go low and slow on that. You can't go too quick. It's going to take probably a good 40 minutes to get the roux cooked down. So that's the big difference. The roux, you create that. That's the flavor. And then we're going to put in some sausage. We got some chicken. These disgusting things. Some onion, garlic, red pepper, bay leaves and thyme, a little cayenne, sizzle and smoke seasoning, and we're dressing it up. I'll talk about these guys right now. I hate celery. I'll eat peas, Brussels sprouts, squash, zucchini, you name it. These things are a waste of my time. Right? But down in the south, they have what's called their holy trinity, which is celery, onions, and peppers. So that's why we're going to use them today. I've got them chopped up pretty good, so hopefully I can get them cooked down. I'm not going to notice them because they drive me nuts. Yeah. The only time they taste good, actually they don't ever taste good. The only time they're worthwhile is when you put cheese with or peanut butter on it, because then you can lick out the peanut butter and throw the damn celery out. The dog don't even eat them. That's how crazy they are. So we're going to start, we're going to get our roux rocking and rolling. I got 1 cup of flour, 3/4 cup of canola oil. We're going to put it onto a medium-low heat in a heavy pot, and we're going to let her go for 40 minutes. Let me get this rocking and rolling. We'll start getting her nice and brown, and then we'll jump in and get her looked at again. So, crazy chicken gumbo for New Orleans. For the boys down there, Saints having a tough year up against Brady in the what else Brady play for again? Buccaneers, Tampa Bay. I forgot. All good. All right, so we got our roux rolling along here. Nice medium-low heat. If you were to make a cheese sauce or a soup or anything, that's what you want for her roux. She's nice cream color, nicely heated through. It's all perfect. For a gumbo, we need to go longer. So we're going to let this keep going. Like I said, we want to get dark chocolate color. We don't want to burn it though, so stirring it and continually stirring it is critical. That's why we're going to medium-low heat. If we can go higher and it'll be quicker, but our rate for success is going to be a lot lower. So we want to make sure we get a nice, dark, flavorful roux out of this. So we're going to go low and slow on it, stirring it lots. Get a nice, dark chocolate caramel. Those ones, I'll show you that in a. So there's our roux. We are to a dark peanut butter. Not quite ready yet. We want to go a little bit darker yet. So we're going to leave it for a few more minutes, making sure we're stirring it quite frequently. We do not want this to burn, because of course that acrid taste will move into our roux and we don't want that. So keep stirring, keep working it. She's been a good 30 minutes now, so we're almost there. Okay, so we got our roux finished. I think she's dark, so it's cooked, it's hot. I'm going to say she's finished, so I'm going to take her out, put it into here, put a little bit of oil in the pot, and use the pot, then we're going to fry up our chicken. So wish me luck here. There we go. So we'll give her a squirt of oil. Make sure all the roux on the bottom's loosened up. She'll be hot, so now we're just going to dump in our chicken. Boom. So we're going to cook our chicken up, let her go, and then we're going to put our roux. Actually, we're going to put our Holy Trinity in next once the chicken's cooked. We're going to fry up, crisp up a bit, and then we're going to put our roux back in, we'll put our broth in, we'll put our seasonings in, then we got to let her sit for probably a good hour to cook up. So okay, so we got our 2 chicken breasts in there nicely cooked up. Make sure at this point, whenever time you go to stir them, you scrape the bottom of that pot, because all that stuff on the bottom is all just flavor sitting there. So you want to make sure you get that up. It's just going to add another layer of depth to this dish. It's going to be great. So now we're going to add the what they call the Holy Trinity. Typically they use green peppers down in the south. We're going to use red today because that's what I had on hand, so it's easy. So we're going to add about 1.5 cups of red pepper, 1.5 cups of this stuff, nasty celery, but I know it serves a purpose, so we'll use it like we're supposed to. And then 1.5 cups of onion. I used white onion today because I had that in the fridge from my previous recipe, so we used it again. So we'll stir this all up. We're going to let these veggies sweat down for a bit. We got 2 cloves of garlic here. Yeah, that's a lot of garlic. They're big cloves. They're locally grown. They're fantastic. Here in Illinois, they're very powerful. You'll taste those 2 little cloves of garlic. So there we go. Now we're going to just let this steep and simmer through. I'm going to turn her up to about 5. Get her halfway. Let her buck now. We'll let this steam down. Let those veggies sweat out. Once they're done, we're going to throw our roux back in. We'll get a broth we'll chuck on, and then we're going to get our rice started. Nice little look at our chicken and our Trinity cooking together up nicely. She's about done, ready to rock and roll. One thing I almost forgot, our sausages, some nice jalapeno sausages. We're going to hit them in there. They're already cooked through. They just need to be heated up. We're going to go back with our roux back in. Get it all, don't waste any. Give her a good stir. Oh, she's thick. Very nice, very nice. So we got about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper we're going to put in there. We got 2 bay leaves and then a teaspoon of thyme. We're going to put those in there. Where's the broth? We're going to take our homemade chicken broth, our yard pimps. I'm not going to put it all in. I'm just going to start with, I guess, about 2 cups. Put that in there. Now we're just going to leave this sit on medium here to let her simmer through. Typically, you would add shrimp to this as well. We have a shrimp allergy in our house, so we're not going to put shrimp in it. We're gonna keep them out. We're not going to go with it. So yeah. So now we got everything in there. We're just going to let it sit. We're going to do up our rice. Rice is simple. Make sure you soak your rice and rinse it before you ever cook it, especially the stuff out of a bag. Just to clean it. That's the only reason. There's no other thing else. You don't know what's in there, so let's clean it up. So we're going to do that. I got her soaking already. We'll run that through. We'll get her in the rice cooker. We'll let this sit for probably a good 45 minutes. We're going to taste it here soon to see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. We haven't added any sizzle and smoke seasoning yet, but we will. We'll add lots. Okay, so our gumbo has been simmering along nicely here for a few minutes. I just want to give it a taste. I added some sizzle and smoke, about 2 tablespoons to it, maybe 1.5. Gave her a little stir. I added about a teaspoon of salt and pepper to it as well. That's all I've added since. Oh, that's good. That's nice. I'm going to add, don't tell my family, they don't like hot stuff at all. I'm going to add just a few drops of homemade hot sauce. If you haven't known how to make this, go check out the videos. How-to video, the playlists, Copycat Frank's Hot Sauce. It's fantastic. I'm almost out. So let me know if you have an idea of how to make a hot sauce you want to see made. Let me know. I'll try it out. I love making hot sauce. I'm always doing something different. So I'm going to dial this back down. Let her simmer away now for a few minutes. Let me try this actually, since we have the hot sauce. It's good. Beefy gravy taste for some reason. No beef in it. The stock was chicken. I put chicken. Maybe it's just me, but it tastes fantastic. Maybe it's the roux, the way it worked out. I don't know. But it's got good flavor. It's depth. It's good. So we'll let her sit and rock and roll here for a bit. Yeah. Get some rice rolling. What we're going to do is maybe have one of these right now. Why not? Okay, so our gumbo is done. It is dark and rich, and it's fantastic. I pulled the bay leaves out. Don't leave those in there, especially if you're using whole ones. Get those out of there. The rice is done. You know, I use jasmine rice. Make sure you rinse it before and soak it. Whatever you use, if you use a cup of rice, just fill it with some water above the water. Let it sit for a couple minutes. Fluff it with your hands. Rinse it. Drain the water, do it again, and then run it through a colander. And then whatever you're using for rice, if you use 1 cup, cook it in 1 cup water with about half a teaspoon of salt, maybe a teaspoon of salt, and let it go. I like to add a squirt of oil at the end when it's done, and then before you fluff it up. So yeah, that's simple. So here she is. She looks beautiful. We're gonna give her a shot. That's good. It's rich. You can taste the bayou. You can taste it. The seasoning from the cayenne, the sizzle and smoke adds a nice level to it. It's meant for that. It's fantastic. Today in Saskatchewan, it's like minus 30 outside Celsius. It's cold. Hence why I did everything inside. This is the kind of meal you need. It stick to your ribs, keeps you warm on the inside. You need that. You need a little extra layer on you when it gets cold like this, so you can keep warm. So, fantastic. Give it a shot. Wait till the end credits here because I'll have the recipe posted. You can read that, say how to make it. It's super simple. Just take some time. Your roux is the key. Take your time with the roux. Go slow, and it turns out excellent. So, New Orleans, Tampa Bay Sunday Nighter. I'm going New Orleans with this one. I know Tampa Bay is going to win. They're probably favored with the damn Grey Cup again, or Super Bowl. Grey Cup was last week. I'm eating. Sorry, guys. Love it.